Hi, my name is Jasmine Logan, and this is for my application to be a worship speaker at WinShape. Welcome. Currently, I am in South Africa, which makes it difficult for me to find different videos, so sorry if it cuts in and out. I'm abroad right now. I have a couple questions to ask you guys real quick. Have you ever lost something? Like, have you ever really lost that one thing that was so important? I have. I lose everything. Kind of got this saying that goes, if my head wasn't attached to my body, I would probably lose it. Yeah, I lose things that bad. One time, I lost my cell phone for a day. You know where it was? In a pile of clothes. Yeah. Another time, I lost my wallet. Now, this one was really serious. This is bad. This is Christmas time. I had all my Christmas money in there. All of it. Gifts for the whole family, friends, everything. The shebang, the dog. Money for the dog. Go buy some bones. Simple gifts. So I left my wallet at the Hobby Lobby, at Tuesday morning. Yeah, I had misplaced my wallet for 7 months. Then they gave me a phone call when I came home and said, Jasmine, we have your wallet. We found it in December. You can imagine my surprise by that because I had to buy all new things because I had lost my wallet. Now, we're going to take 30 seconds for you to turn to your neighbor and to tell them about something that you've lost and left in the most obvious place. Go. I'm sorry, it's just really awkward for me to be sitting here while you guys are talking to each other. So you could just pause the video. Like, that's totally fine by me. I'll even leave, like, on a really cool face. Um, so, clearly we've all lost something that's really important. Wallet, phone. Those are huge things. But have you ever lost something insignificant and looked for it? I know I sure don't. I don't go around searching my house for a gum wrapper. That seems stupid. Seems very pointless. I'm reminded of some stories about losing something when you have so much of it. No need to look for it at all. The stories, if you're really into the Bible like me, or not, and you've just grown up with it like me, is Luke 15. This message is called Lost. Now, the tax collectors and notorious and especially wicked sinners were all coming near to Jesus to listen to him. And the Pharisees and the scribes kept muttering and indignantly complaining, saying, This man can accept and receives and welcomes permanently wicked sinners and eats with them. So Jesus told them this parable because Jesus likes to explain things to people in stories. What man of you, if he has 100 sheep, and should lose one of them, does he not leave the 99 into the wilderness/desert, and go right after the one is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he gets home, he summons together his friends and his neighbors, saying to them, Rejoice with me, because I have lost a sheep, and I have found one sheep which was lost. Thus I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one, especially one wicked person who repents, changes his mind of harboring his errors, and upon better course of life, than over the 99 righteous people who have no need of repentance. And of course, because it's the Pharisees, are not really getting this. So I'm going to break it down the way that I picture Jesus breaking it down. The shepherd had lost one sheep out of 100, and he went to find the one. And then he celebrated over one sheep. Hello, Pharisees. He's talking about, hey, the one wicked sinner has come back to me. That's happy news, happy day. I went out to go find the sheep. Of course, because it's the Pharisees, they're not really, oh, one taco short of a combo plate, you know what I'm saying? They got the burritos and one taco and like the refried beans and the, oh, right, getting off track. So he tells another parable of Luke 15:8. Or what a woman having 10 silver coins, each one equal to a day's wages, if she loses one coin, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and look carefully and diligently until she finds it? And when she has found it, she summons her women friends and neighbors, saying, "Hey, rejoice with me, for I have found the silver coin which I had lost." Even so, I tell you, there is joy among you, and in the presence of the angels of God over one, especially a wicked person who repents, changes his mind for the better, hardly amending his sins with abhorrence of his past sins, asking for forgiveness. Hello. I don't know about you, but I've never rejoiced over finding a penny. Not even once. And of course, because it's the Pharisees, he still has to break it down again. He breaks it down again. The next parable that I'm going to read is the parable of the lost son. I'm going to shorten it up and paraphrase it because as much as I love my Bible's version of it, I like the way I tell it just a little bit better. So there was a family of three, two sons, one father. The father was a little bit older and he had all this land, like he was Bill Gates rich. And the custom and the tradition of this time is that you don't get your inheritance till the dad is dead. And the youngest son, being the butt that he is, oops, sorry, I can't say that, being the jerk that he is, he asked his father for his inheritance early, essentially saying to his father, "You're dead to me. Give me your money. All you have to offer me are the things, the material things that you have. I want nothing to do with you." And the father, I picture him being hurt by this. But because he loves his son so much, he gives him his inheritance. And the son, he hightails his behind off to Vegas. And he spends it on everything. Anything he can get his hands on. He probably went and bought himself a pool full of chocolate milk and indulged in that. I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind some of the chocolate milk. He spent it on anything he could think of. Things that probably weren't of God. Things that probably weren't things that he was raised doing. Finally, the son spends all that he has. Every last cent. This boy is broke like no joke. Ants had more money than him. So he decides, okay, with his pride, of course. You know what? I don't have any money, and none of his friends are helping him out. So he goes over to the pig farm, and he asks the farmer for work. The farmer gives him the lowest job to feed the pigs. It's not enough to feed him, so he eats the slop. Like, seriously, have you ever seen pig feed? It's the grossest thing in the entire planet. It's all the leftovers that you don't like. So I'm talking about like your mom's beets and liverwurst and Brussels sprouts and anything else that's nasty. Maybe some trash in there. I don't know. It's gross. He begins to eat it. And as he's eating this filth and this slop, he remembers that. He's like, "Hey, dudes, like, what am I doing here?" Of course he's talking to the pigs because he has no friends anymore. "What am I doing here? My dad's servants get fed better than this. They get paid more. Maybe my dad will take me back as a servant because I don't deserve to be his son." So he picks himself back up off the ground and he starts walking towards his house. And his father, he's peering out the window and he sees his son walking down the road and he begins to run to him, the dad. He's like track star, Olympian, just running towards him, and he embraces him and wraps wraps him in his arms, and the son begins telling him his speech. Dad, let me come back and work for you. But the father wouldn't hear of it. He cut him off and said, get me his robe, get me his ring, and kill the fattened calf. For my son was lost, and now he is home. My son was dead, and now he is alive again. He has come back to me. And it was just as it was before. The father rejoiced so much that his son was alive. But of course, the older son didn't quite understand that. He began to complain to his father. I've stayed with you this entire time. You've never once killed anything for me and thrown a party for me and my friends. But you do when he pretty much said you were dead to him. Why? Why are you rejoicing over this lost sheep? Just like the Pharisees. Why are you rejoicing over this sinner over here when I have been a church member my entire life? God, like the Father, loves his oldest son, but they don't quite get it. He was lost, but now he is found. God has been looking for those who are lost. He has spent hours upon hours creating you, designing you, and he's searching for you. It doesn't matter what you've done or the things that you think. He loves you, and he's searching for you, no matter how insignificant you think. Just like the lady with the parable of the coins, I have a couple of coins here. They're rand. This is a 5 rand, which is equivalent to 50 cents. 2, which is equivalent to 20 cents. And the smallest, 10 rand. That's not even a penny. It's like half of a penny out here in America. Sometimes we feel like we're this 10-cent rand. We don't mean much. We don't equate to anything. We're so insignificant. But God would gladly pick you up out of the $100 bills of this world, out of $10 million bills, to hold you close to his heart like the widow who lost her coin. He wants to rejoice that he has found you because you were lost amongst dirt. He has $100 bills in his pockets, but he would gladly search for you, the 10 rand. We are insignificant compared to him. Why would the God of the universe search for us, mere mortals, as 10-cent rands? We are sinners. We're not perfect. But he comes and searches for the one. He's looking for you out of the billions of people in the world. He wants you. He has chosen you. You're the one that I want. You're the one that he wants. Ooh, 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 honey. But is he the one that you want? No, is he the one that you need? Because God would gladly pick up the 10-cent rand over the $100 bill that he has in his pocket any day and rejoice. So in short, you may feel lost and you may be lost, but when you come back, God's going to rejoice over you with singing and dancing. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter what you will do. He's just happy that the sheep that had ran off, the coin that had disappeared, and the son that had left is now home. He loves you. That's all I have to say about being lost. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.